The Seattle Seahawks will jump on I-5 and head south. Next stop, San Francisco. The 49ers a little shell-shocked after it looked like they were ready to celebrate a huge comeback win. I mean, they weren't going Vontaze perfect and running into the locker room or anything, but still, they were just as shocked when Mason Crosby hit from 51 out.
And the kick is good to win the game.
That field goal overshadowed a clutch performance by Jimmy G. Garoppolo really shined in their final drive.
Garoppolo over the middle, that's caught. Juszczyk, can he get in? Yes, he can.
Earlier in the game, though, it wasn't quite as smooth for the Niners QB. He threw a pick, yards per attempt was under 7, second game in a row where that's been the case, and his rating has dropped each game so far.
Garoppolo going deep on first down into double coverage and is picked off.
His tight end, though, finally had a big game.
Kittle is there.
And his top target was DEEBO Samuel once again. We got $200. I got $200.
Fires, leaping catch made inside the 10.
San Fran's O-line, though, had trouble protecting Garoppolo. 4 sacks allowed to the Packers, who didn't even have Zadarius Smith.
Look out, under pressure, sacked.
Seattle, though, only sacked Kirk Cousins once, and that translated to a long day for their secondary. Gave up over 300 yards to him. That's back-to-back weeks they've done that. 3 TDs, a hefty rating against, so pass defense has been a problem early for them.
Steps away from pressure to the end zone, it's Thielen!
Really, any kind of defense has been a problem. They've allowed a rusher to go for over 100 plus on the ground in back-to-back weeks, and last week it wasn't even Dalvin Cook who did it to them.
Big hole, Madison into the secondary, banging off contact.
The 49ers rush attack has not been its usual self, though. Didn't run much last week and didn't do much with it. They've had trouble keeping the same guys on the field in their first 3 games.
And Trey Sermon tried to get free but couldn't.
Seattle's run game, on the other hand, was fine in week 3. Chris Carson just didn't get that many carries, but he hit at over 6.5 a run with the 12 he got.
Gaping hole for Carson, into the secondary, galloping for the end zone and a touchdown!
He goes up against a rush defense that gave up 4.3 a run to Aaron Jones in their loss, and they've given up 4.7 a carry on the season.
On the ground, Jones with a slip move.
They also didn't handle Aaron Rodgers great, especially in those last 30 seconds. Their beat-up secondary letting him hit the most obvious target on the field right when it mattered most.
Rodgers fires, caught.
You gotta go.
Now they have to take on another elite signal caller in Russell Wilson. He put up his standard numbers in their loss.
Wilson, open on the sideline, Metcalf again.
The question is, who will he lock in on? He seems to go heavy a lot to one of his 2 go-to receivers. I'm sure it's based on coverage, but when Tyler Lockett is feasting, it seems like DK is left with table scraps. Though last week, it was Metcalf who got to eat the turkey leg.
Looking for Metcalf, throws it short, makes the catch, leaning for the pylon, he's in, it's a touchdown!
These 2 teams always seem to put on a show. The rivalry is real. Better than Happy Gilmore versus Shooter McGavin, Daniel LaRusso versus Johnny Lawrence, Maverick versus the Iceman. Okay, maybe not better than Gilmore McGavin. What's your top rivalry ever? Include it with your score predictions in the comments section. Here's our predictions. It's great. The other day, one of his fans mooned me. Had Happy written on his butt. HA on one cheek, and sure enough, PPY on the other. Classic.